Today. My name is Jen. I am your friendly, energetic personal trainer, helping you to shift into a feeling good space again. So, tonight we are learning about cedarwood essential oil. This is a beautiful essential oil. If you smell it, it is thick, it is full, it is rich, it is deep. And so, tonight we are going to learn how cedarwood can help you to feel calm, safe, supported, and grounded. So, the history of cedarwood. Now, I use doTERRA cedarwood, and doTERRA is, in my opinion, one of the best oils ever, which is why I use them. But our doTERRA cedarwood is sourced from the southeastern United States. And cedar is historically known for its divinity and the peace that it brings. So this was used by Native Americans, and it was used by Tibetan monks and ancient Egyptians for purification purposes to release any evils and negativity. Within the Bible, it is mentioned in the ark. So the ark is made of gopher wood, which is cedar wood. Joseph's coffin was made of cedar wood. Both the palace of David and the palace of other palaces were made of cedar wood, and also Solomon's temple, and you have heard of the cedars of Lebanon. So within the biblical text, let me check out my notes here. Within the biblical text, there are 40 references to cedar oil, and this was actually the first distilled oil. So your cedarwood trees are considered your life givers, or the tree of life, which I find incredibly interesting, being that the ark was made out of cedarwood. Just an interesting little tidbit. And it is to help you support your emotional balance and to calm angry, aggressive thoughts. So, physical benefits of cedarwood. Now, the one that I found most surprising was for ADHD, low GABA, and low dopamine. And I personally know that there are many people in our society who are dealing with anxiety, depression, and challenges creating happiness for themselves. So, the way you use cedarwood for that is you just take a drop of cedarwood and you would apply it across your forehead or your temples. You can see that it is mild and safe even for the most sensitive skin. I just need to smell that again. It is also helpful for sleep as it is the second most relaxing essential oil. It's great for skin, eczema, and psoriasis, ulcers, cough, sinus and lung issues, stroke, seizure, and anxiety. It has sesquiterpenes, and sesquiterpenes are components of the essential oil that are small enough to pass the blood-brain barrier. So cedarwood can be helpful with any issue within the brain, stroke, seizure, and anxiety. Cedarwood is also helpful for joint inflammation, stiff neck, and muscle tension. Interestingly enough, cedarwood can be used for UTI, bladder infection, edema, acne, oily skin, gray hair, which I find incredibly interesting, and it is incredibly helpful in yoga. In fact, I highly recommend taking a drop of cedarwood, inhaling it, putting it on the base of your spine, and putting it on the bottoms of your feet before your yoga session to help you to ground into this session and to really get grounded and to get settled and to have a place in the ability to release all of the stress, the tension, the negativity of the day. Now, cedarwood also repels insects. The tree itself is known to repel insects. And as such, with the essential oil, it has a purifying quality. That's why when you use this in combination, it is going to help you to release those negative feelings. So if you are feeling anxious, then cedarwood has the ability, or rather the properties, to help you to purify those unsafe or those anxious feelings, and at the same time provide those nourishing feelings of safety and grounded and settled and supported. Now, I really want you to think of cedarwood. And when you think of cedarwood, I want you to think about the nervous system. So we have a tree here, and your tree has its root system, which goes down into the ground, and it has its trunk, and then it has the branches, which extend up to the sky. So and trees also have this beautiful quality of being strong and yet flexible. Cedarwood, if I'm remembering correctly, the branches are connected underneath the ground. And so you've got these branches that are connected underneath the ground. They are generally together and in groups of cedarwood trees. So they have this support system within the other trees. And then they are still reaching up toward the sky, growing, expanding at the same time. They're rooted down and connected to the system that is next to them. So, how this relates to your physical body, if you think within your physical body, your spine and your nerves that reach out, your spine that, it connects down at your base and it goes down to your legs, but then it comes up to your shoulders and your head, and then you've got your brain here. So it's very much like a tree. So your trunk is like the trunk of a tree, and your legs are like the roots that are grounding down, and your arms and your upper extremities are reaching up. So when I'm thinking of cedarwood, I'm thinking about how cedarwood supports me within that structure, and the ability to ground down and at the same time to reach up and to feel safe because there are others around me, and to feel connected because I'm connected to the people around me. So cedarwood, that's how it earned its name of the oil of community. So much to say about cedarwood. Okay. Now, emotionally, this helps you to go from alone to connected. And I did choose this picture because I liked how the trees were like right next to each other. It's like they're little friends. So this helps you with connecting, strengthening, and rooting. The negative emotions that it helps you to release are the inability to form social bonds, feeling lonely, separate from the human family, and antisocial. Now, if you are installing positive properties, then you will feel more emotionally connected, belonging, supported, social bonds, sociable, community or oriented. And I think of this, it's like you found the strongest spiritual warriors that you know, and you have locked arms with them, and you're moving forward in life, and you're completely connected, and you're completely surrounded, and you are completely strengthened, not only with the ground beneath you, but the people around you and your divine connection. So that is the resonance that I feel when I'm using cedarwood, and that is the resonance that I want to transfer to you all, so that you all feel this as well. And when you're feeling alone, you're like, oh, it's my friend Cedarwood. Cedarwood is the one that I need. And you can see here is the emotional description. Now, I want to say for my friends who don't have cedarwood yet, I do want you to know that simply reading the description of cedarwood can help you shift. While having the oil is amazing and it will help you to shift more quickly and easily, you can shift your emotions simply by reading the description. So, cedarwood brings people together to experience the strength and value of community. Those in need of cedarwood struggle to form bonds within the social groups. This can be due to an overdeveloped sense of individuality. Rather than allowing themselves to be supported by friends, family, or community, they live by excessive self reliance. On the other hand, the individual's difficulty forming social roots may also stem from feeling disconnected and separate from the human family. Cedarwood inspires the feeling of belonging and assists the heart in opening to receive the love and support of other people. It invites the strong-willed individual to couple that individuality with the supportive power of community. Cedarwood supports individuals in seeing that they're not alone. Life is a shared experience. Cedarwood also assists individuals in the opening the awareness of individuals to the support system that is already available to them, such as friends or family that have been overlooked. It invites individuals to both give and receive so they may experience the joy and strength of relationships. And I have a quick little story. So I had this beautiful little porch swing in my house in Washington. And this little porch swing had been down on the ground on the lower level, on the first level. And it was near a space that I didn't go near. I didn't go near. So I would always go out onto my beautiful porch and I would look at this beautiful porch swing and I would go, it's a shame we don't use that. And then all of a sudden, one day I was like, oh, wait a second. The porch swing is not supposed to be down there. The porch swing is supposed to be up here. You see, I had a beautiful octagonal wooden deck with these wonderful vines through this very intricate, um, I don't know what they're called, but it was the bars, the gates um, of the deck. So I brought the porch swing, the beautiful porch swing that my husband had got for me when we first got married. I brought it up and I put it on our beautiful octagonal deck. And all of a sudden, my children and I started swinging on the porch swing and we started hanging out on the deck. And the deck became the place for our family. So that was an example of an item that had been overlooked in my life, and then when I put it in its proper place, it had the value that it had been intended to create all along. And similarly, there are people in your life who you may see them over there and go, oh man, I would love to have a conversation with them. But they're way down on the first level, they're nowhere near you. And so Cedarwood is going to open the awareness to, hey, wait a second, I might really need to connect with that person. I can be of some assistance to them, or they can be of assistance to me, or in some way, that's the relationship that is needed to be created right now. So, Cedarwood helps to open your eyes to those nourishing relationships within your system of people. But I feel that it will also help you to open your eyes to the nourishment that you can receive from your belongings. And I feel like, just like that porch swing, when you start to use cedarwood, you are going to start to see and know and feel the items that you need in certain places in your lives to give you that rest, that comfort, that safety and support. Because if a person feels at rest, they can grow, they can learn. If a person is not feeling safe, they cannot grow, they cannot learn, and they will not. So, cedarwood is going to help you know what you need to nourish yourself. Now, go ahead and snap a screenshot of this, please. And snap a screenshot. You will have access to the recording. These are from our Essential Emotions app. Now, if you have the app, you can look up supported, you can look up belonging, and you can look up lonely. These are three of the feelings that cedarwood helps you to find. And I want you to be able to find the frequency of feeling good. I want you to be able to realize, oh, I'm feeling alone. I need to reach for cedarwood. Oh, I don't feel like I belong. I need to reach for cedarwood. Oh, I'm really feeling unsupported right now. Oh, I need to reach for cedarwood. So these three feelings can be supported with cedarwood. Now, they each have a slightly different flavor, a slightly different resonance. And so that's why when you know you're in need of cedarwood, or when you know you are in need of releasing this negative emotion so that you can feel a more positive emotion, then you would look these up in the app. Now, the app has look deeper questions. And what you do with the look deeper questions is, personally, I like to write them in my journal because your hand is connected to your brain. I like to say them as I write them because your voice is the voice that you trust the most. So I will write these in my journal and I will say them out loud. And as I say them out loud, that act itself is asking your subconscious to give you the answers. So sometimes I will sit and consciously think about them, but most of the time I will just let those questions marinate and I will let myself resonate on those questions. And then a couple days later, it's like an item that you've lost. It will float to the surface, and all of a sudden, I know. So then, how you use your oils with this is you would take a drop of cedar wood, you would put it in your hand, you would rub your hands together, cup your hands over your nose and mouth, and deeply inhale until you feel your state change. That's the point at which you ask those questions. And when you feel that your state has shifted again and you are in a better state of being, you have better thoughts, you have better feelings, you have access to more empowering beliefs, then you declare, I am now perfectly supported in every moment. Or if you are in need of belonging, I can now trust that I am embraced and valued. Or if you are feeling lonely, I now accept the truth that I am safe and loved. It is now safe for me to connect with others. There's also a matching visualization, and I would encourage you to use that. I will say that it takes 3 to 6 weeks for the average person to be able to shift completely from feeling unsupported to supported, from feeling alone to belonging, from feeling lonely to feeling connected. Generally 3 to 6 weeks. You can shift faster. I sometimes can shift within 2 minutes or 2 days. It can take more time. So give yourself the time and the space you need to heal. Give yourself the time and the space you need to heal. You didn't get here overnight. Sometimes healing takes focus. Sometimes healing takes time. So diffuser blends, safe and sound, 2 cedarwood, 3 bergamot, and 1 marjoram. My friends, I had intended to include more diffuser blends. However, time ran short on me today and I did not get to include those. So I will send those to you because I had intended to include more. Now, the metaphorical meaning of cedarwood, and this is where I like to play, because if I can get into the feeling, if I can get into the resonance, if I can get into the understanding of an oil, then I can intuitively know when I need it. So let's look at the cedarwood trees. So the cedarwood trees are very stable and they are very enduring. They have been around since biblical times. These trees were around the palaces of David and around the palaces of Saul and Solomon. The kings smelled these cedar trees. Cedar trees are towering, long lived, and rot resistant. So they have an association with incorruptibility, longevity, enduring strength, especially in harsh environments. Now, I've already said that they're naturally repelling insects. They naturally repel things that are not good for them. And similarly, cedarwood is going to help you to naturally repel things that are not good for you. It's going to help you to naturally step into things that nourish you. Now, cedarwood trees root deeply, and as such, it can be viewed as a bridge between earth and heaven. It promotes a feeling of being centered or grounded. Now, as far as like a space of protection, these were used to as safe storage spaces. They were used as coffins. They were used as hope chest. And so this translates to feelings of emotional safety. You know, you can be completely surrounded by support and protection against negative energies. And guarding, this tree is known as the guardian tree and it is exceptionally durable and calming to the human nervous system. So again, when you're thinking of cedarwood, I want you to, and we're going to move on to it onto the next page. Cedarwood is energetically supportive to you as a channel. So if we are thinking in terms of energy, We know that our thoughts have a frequency or a our thoughts are information, and we know that our feelings are frequency. So if our thoughts are information and our feelings are frequency, cedar wood is the oil that helps you to be a proper channel for that energy. It strengthens the energy channels of your body so that you feel safe. And when you feel safe in a conversation, then you are okay to open your heart up and to talk to someone. When you feel safe, you know it's okay. Yes, yes, I can take you that from you. It is okay. You know that you can receive. So cedarwood is going to help you to feel safe. It is going to help you to relax. It is going to help you to laugh again. It is going to help you to receive the abundance that is yours. It is going to help you to increase your capacity um, to hold more emotions, to hold more energy, to take up more space in this world, and to really be the person that you came here to be. So you want to pair cedar wood with any root chakra work or any crown chakra work. Again, if you think of it like the trunk of a tree, you've got your spine is the trunk, your brain is the branches, and your um, sacrum and your lower body is rooting down toward the earth. So cedarwood is really helpful with nerves. Cedarwood is really helpful with spine. Cedarwood is really helpful with the nervous system, and it is especially good to put cedarwood on that sacrum, on the top of your head, and as we talked about for anxiety, for feelings of sadness, for low dopamine, across the forehead and on the temples. Cedarwood is especially helpful right before your yoga session to help you to really drop into the session so that you're thinking about your yoga and your breath and you're not thinking about your very long to-do list. Now, I went through the meditations of Joe Dispenza specifically with the resonance of cedarwood in mind. And as I did that, this is what stood out to me. So, any of the walking meditations are really good for use with cedarwood. So, I would apply that again on the spine, on the bottoms of the feet. Perhaps inhale that or put that on the crown before you begin walking. For whatever reason, cedarwood spoke to me as I looked through all the walking meditations. I also feel strongly that this could be helpful with empowering the power within. So you can just hear that. It's an up level of capacity. It's a recognition of what this channel is holding. The generous present moment, because we want to ground you into the moment. And I'm also going to add currently generating empowerment. So that short 15-minute meditation, generating empowerment. Those would be the meditations that would pair very nicely with cedarwood. So get your cedarwood out. It is going to help you to feel safe. It is going to help you to feel supported. It is going to help you to feel connected. It is going to help you to feel belonging. It is a beautiful oil. Now, here are the resources that I used. Again, feel free to snap a picture of this. These are all of the books that I used. Elements of Emotion, Modern Essentials, The Oil Life, Gift of the Essential Oils, Advanced Oil Magic, which is not listed there, Essential Emotions, both the book and the app, Healing Oils of the Bible by David Stewart, and I did also use a tidbit of Google AI. I am calling all teachers, leaders, and healers. My friends, I love the resonance of essential oils. I love the fact that I can apply essential oil and I can feel better now. I can feel good again. There is a growing community of people who need healing, and that means we need more healers. So if you too are called to share about essential oils, please reach out to me. There is an opportunity for you. And if you're ready to feel good again, you can find me here. So you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on my website. You can find me teaching oils in classes. I do some group coaching. I have an on-demand class library. I do one-on-one packages. All of that information is included below the YouTube link, so please click below. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe so that you can get more amazing content to you. And please feel free to share away because we need oils in the hands of amazing people who are doing amazing things. We want you to feel good again. So I have two thoughts to leave you with. Oprah Winfrey says, when there is no struggle, there is no strength. Cedarwood gives you the ability to have the strength to be stable in any storm. And Catherine Dunham says, go within every day and find the inner strength so that the world will not blow your candle out. My friends, thank you for being here today. Again, my name is Jen, and I'm helping you feel good again. We'll see you next time.